Someone created a fake account pretending to be Adrianna Young's father and asking for donation. That person can't see God face.
Everybody, good night. Good night. To the world and everyone watching, someone have out a fake account with me and asking for help and donation. I really appreciate that. Right? The person, please stop it. Please stop that.
Why am I not surprised? Why am I not surprised? JY family, me always telling them, care how bad the situation be, not care how sympathetic you see we out here. You have some people, trust me, them always thinking ahead, and only one thing them I think about, how to make some money, whatever situation at hand, whatever story we are pop right now. Yeah, man. So said, so done. Yeah, there you have it. Dranko pitch. Yeah, man, the Dranko pitcher now. Anyway, JY family, before we go into that, we have a few local stories we have to cover in Jamaica before we go over Guyana. Yeah, man, big up to all the people them who text me and I say, JY, Jano, I love how you cover the story. I love how you deal with it and thing. You know, not see me take a break off of the story because, as me telling you, covering this story, I am not covering it as a blogger. You know, I'm covering it as a father, Jeremy and Jackson. So, you're not going to see me have a bag of video just a put out because I hit hot right now. More me have to take a back seat and see what's going on, read up and research and see which part or which direction this situation is going, because it's very tragic, you know. This is a loss, a big loss too for everyone, not just Guyana, but for the whole Caribbean, the whole world, you know. But as me say, before we go into that, let me cover these local story, then we come back. So stay tuned, please. YouTube is not sending out the notification, but if you guys like and share, we can beat the ads. So let us go over to Tikana because she's still mourning the loss of her boyfriend, her 20-year-old boyfriend, and the people them a beat her in that pan the media, and she has said, yes, I am at fault. Me forget all of the beating because me never show no remorse on the internet for nobody, for nothing will happen. And right now, when the shoes is on my feet, it is not a good feeling. So Tikana is admitting. So we need to hear this. So check it out. When we come back, we talk some more.
My damn Louis, no guys, my damn Louis. I'm glad for showing everything. To those who didn't like and want to see me at my lowest, yes, I am at it now. I'm not hide it. I'm not keep it to myself. I'm not hide it. I'm at my lowest now. You see, Khalif me. I don't know why. I want to share it with others. I want to show it to those who like me, to those who don't. I want to show it. I want to know. I want to see. Me have my lowest now, guys. Me have my lowest now. Me can't go down lower. So all who want to try to bring me down, it just come and see come like that to me. The only thing I want to say now, I wish I could have just seen Khalif come back through my gate. I wish I could have seen him. I wish I could have known him in us. I wish I could have seen him. That's all I want. I can't want nobody else. I want nothing else to say. I wish we could see him back. I wish we could have seen him. I wish we could have. He would have not only gone and hurt no one. God. I wish we could have called him. I wish we could have seen him. To hug him. To touch him. That's the only thing. I'm lowest now, guys. I want to show you something. I'm lowest. I don't want to hide it. I don't want to keep it a secret. Boy, everybody fi know. Boy, to the door, say me have Louis. Boy, if you want to see them, boy, to the seat. Boy, to the door. Where me I go through. Me don't care who never like me. Anybody who don't like me, me don't know anyway. That's not my problem. That's not my problem. Me lose him. Lose a good person. Me lose a good person out of my life. Me don't know when me I go. Me don't know when this I go fix back. Me don't know when we go come back. Me want to see. Me want to see. If the death of my loved one and see me downfall. Me want to see me downfall. Me want to see when me low. Me want to see me rise again. You understand me? Me want to see me at my breaking point. Just like every other human being, we have a breaking point. Me know this too shall pass and me I go better off and things are go better. Me still I go come back, come be me again. The controversial vlog I want to like or who like or whatever. But most of all, me want show no me at my lowest. So who want kick me while me down, that is fine. Because me can't go no lower than what me did right now. The only thing could I fix that right now if you see me come back through the gate. I know, so I'm still alive. You understand me? So I just wanted to know. Me don't want to hide nothing from you. Me not afraid of chastise. Me not afraid of bashing. If me not afraid of bashing, me would come off and meet a long time. I'm not afraid of them there's something there. If there's something that don't move me, me just want to see me, my life and so everything is me.
Yeah, JY family, there you have it. It's Tikana bow down to social media and confessing and admitting that all the things she done on social media, the whole heap of controversial comments and all these things, she said it feel different knock on her door. Right now, she said she just don't want to see Khalif just come through the door and just say bye. That's all she would need, you know? And a whole heap of things on hear everything. More know how wanna feel about all what she's going through and all what she's saying. Because people still a beat her. Because trust me, this girl, she really go on bad on the internet, may I tell you. Nothing no pass her and she always dep on the negative side that the people them a say. So, more know what you think. 20-year-old Khalif was gunned down in Linstead by unknown assailants, and until now, no breakthrough, no making of the case. So we don't know what's going on. But you know the police them are work now, they're not making the information available to social media anymore. The police them just act on their intelligence. But the words in the street, you know, you have the official report and you have the people them report. The people them report that say Khalif was linking on both sides. So it's like he might play a boaty. He might link with some man from another rival gang. You know, so it's like he might link with two gang that is rival. So, JY family, spam the comment section and tell me what you think. JY family, the man up on the screen name Campabal, right? Now, other day Campabal go viral because of him name, obviously. Him escape custody because he complained about not feeling well and they bring him to a hospital, a local hospital, and him decide say him a go make good him escape. But him no remember him name, say name Campabal, and him easy to find because he knows a Campabal and put Campabal in a barrel and anybody can smell Campabal and know say the clothes them smell good. No. Campabal said, so him a go trick the crowd and stop smell good and start look like madman. Now, as you guys can see on the screen, that's not an updated picture of Campabal dressed like a madman because he don't want the police them catch him. So, I got the exclusive picture and this is what's going on with Campabal. 29-year-old Garfield Diaz, otherwise called Campabal, who fled custody on Tuesday while being treated at a hospital in the corporate area, has been apprehended by police. Police are reporting that Dias was captured by the Kingston Western Police in downtown Kingston. He is expected to face charges of fleeing custody. So JY family, Campabal back in his habitat. Man, an animal. Anyway, moving on now. Going back over Guyana, you know.
Someone created a fake account pretending to be Adrianna Young's father and asking for donation. That person can't see God face.
Everybody, good night. Good night. To the world and everyone watching, someone have out a fake account with me and asking for help and donation. I really appreciate that. Right? The person owner, please stop it. Please stop that.
Charger, you see that? Someone create a fake account and pretended to be Adrianna's father and I beg for donation. You see someone to blood clot wicked. You see the person there who create a fake account and I beg for donation, need for go look at work. The person there can never see God's face. I could never see God's face. The man there lose him daughter. Right now the man there I got you him own depression. And that you know I do. You don't have a heart. You can't see God's face. Remember that.
Hi guys, so this account here, pretending to be Sir Brian Young, which is the father of Adrianna Young, who was tragically found dead in the swimming pool in Guyana. So this account here is pretending to be the father. It's an imposter. Now the account's been making videos and content and making paid off the back of pretending to be a grieving father. And now we've noticed this morning he started doing lives as well, where he sat on mute, just allowing people to gift him, thinking that he's the father who's lost his child. Now Sir Brian has an account and it's sirbrian.young and it's the only account he's using. It's the only official account of her father, and he goes live on there, shows his face. You can see him crying for Adrianna, you can see him talking, like we know that is him. But this guy, you really are something else. And I know you've been blocking people this morning, and I know you've been going mad at people for calling you out for what you are. You're a scammer. And not only are you a scammer, but you're a scumbag, because you're using the loss of a child in order to line your own pockets and pretending to be her father when he's got enough going on right now. So please guys, do what you need to do to get rid of this account off the internet. You know what to do. And also please don't gift nothing to this person.
I know we have some very sympathetic person, and you have some people that are willing and them support a worthy cause. They are not afraid. They don't shy away from supporting. But guys, don't fall victim, please. Don't fall victim. Don't be vulnerable to these scammers. Them come in all different form. Trust me. Yeah, man. So, on a seat on the screen, screenshot it if you don't want. Share it. Share the video. Like the video. Please. If you think this video is no use to you, just share it. Someone else will find use for it. Yes, man. It is very important. Now, as I said earlier, I am not surprised. I was wondering how long before somebody come in this type of situation to solicit monetary gain from this. Here it is. Yeah. No, Adrianna father, I'm not aware of them asking for no donation. You see the people them hire them own pathologists and all these things. So I don't hear of any GoFundMe or anything of the sort. All the people them ask for so far, I want prayers, I want support. And so far they have been getting it. We see where candlelight keep all over the world. We see candlelight keep over England, Canada, Brooklyn, all over. Full support them I get. Alright, and then we have Spice, the queen of dancehall. She comes say a few words as a mother. No, many of you don't know them are the place for certain things. All if you don't like a bone in a spice. She a mother and she feel it naturally, and she's not looking no clout just in advance, me I put this out there. So, check out what Spice have to say and leave your comments and your thought down below.
I was just having a very mournful week. I've been seeing what has been happening in Guyana as well. And so I just want, I see some Guyana flags. And I just want you guys to know that I am crying with you guys. It's just, it's so heartbreaking to see what has happened to little Adrianna. And as a mother, I cried. I was already crying for my friend that died, and then just to see everything every time I scroll, and I've been following up following the situation, following what was happening, following everything, and it just breaks me apart. So I've been really having a bad week. This week wasn't my week at all. But I see the flags, the Guyana flags, and you know how I feel about Guyana. I always tell people that Guyana is like home for me, my lucky Caribbean island. Guyana gave me one of my biggest songs. But what I see happening with little Adrianna is so heartbreaking. So heartbreaking. As a mother, may I tell you, wickedness can't done. But justice for little Adrianna. And I think maybe when I'm in a better mood and when I'm stronger, I would love to elaborate on what I see happening. But I've been in bed all week just snobbing in disbelief. Like I said, it's just so much and too much. But I am very proud of Guyana, I must say. I am so proud of Guyana. So proud of Guyana. And when I saw what was happening, I was like, Jamaica need to take a page out of Guyana book, because Jamaica has had so much injustice in our system as well. So much heartless, brutal killing to innocent people. And the way almost Guyana really deal with this situation, I commend them so much. So Guyana, my hat's off to you. I take my hats off to you, Guyana. I take my hats off to Guyana. I am with you 100%. And like I said, my friend also died the same week of little Adrianna. So I may not be in my best mood tonight, but there's so much things I want to talk about this whole situation that I see, and it's just so sad. It's extremely, extremely so sad.
As me say, I know everybody out here, a dog and drunker. Yeah, man, you have some people really care. You have some real fathers and some real mothers out here, and even people who are not mother or father, but them love children differently and them care about other people. Them not just care about their family, So some real people out here that genuinely feel it. But the genuine people, them they want to comment down below. If you don't have a child, want you comment down below and say, JY, I don't have no child now, but I feel it. Yeah, man. And talk up the things them, man. Trust me. Now, JY family, from other day, my subscriber been texting me and been sending a specific lady to me via TikTok. And they must say, JY, you need to check out this lady. You need to bring the video, highlight it. She goes by the name of Roslyn. And she says she's a woman, prophetess, or something like that. She can see in the future, and she can read things and all different type of things. But anyway, long story short, she said Adrianna is speaking through her. Now, JY family, I don't want to insult her intelligence. You understand? But I listened to the videos rather, before me bring it on, and you know, I want me to say to myself, say, how she not see everything before it happened? What happened about that part? Now, as me say, me don't know how them things work, but you know, maybe because I am mad at the situation, why me ask that question. But me still I gonna make her hear the things that when she had say, Adrianna, I tell her everything that transpired. Now I need you guys to listen carefully, spam the comment section, and tell me your honest opinion on this lady. Alright?
She left the pool area. I'll say I, as in Adrianna. First and foremost, she wants me to address her parents and her grandmother. She stopped me just now. She thanked her father for his spiritual abilities. She said she loved you. I love you, mommy. But daddy, now that I'm here, I overstand your energy. Daddy, I overstand your energy. Daddy, no, I overstand your energy. Daddy, it was a reason why you were sick when mommy was pregnant. It was a reason why mommy never got the sickness that she would usually get when she's pregnant, when a woman is pregnant. Mommy, tell the world the truth. Tell the world the story. Tell the world what I'm telling Rosalind tonight, Sister Rosalind tonight, is the truth. You did not endure the normal sickness in your pregnancy with me. You had a beautiful pregnancy. You were excited. You were happy for your entire 9 months. Daddy was the one that was sick. It was transferred to daddy. When daddy said that he barely tell you I in that building, my whole skin is growing. I can now tell the world it's because daddy knew I was in that building. Daddy knew I was in that building. They could have distracted you, mommy. They could have had you going looking for that taxi. But daddy stood his grounds and you complied. This is the spiritual transmission of the truth. That's it for that. Let me continue now straight into what happened. So that young lady, I left the pool, left the area, above the pool area, where everybody had their bags. Where everybody had their bags and their belongings, Granny, right where you was. I left there. And I went to get the barn. I never went to that hotel. I personally don't know that place. A woman, not a young lady, because I asked her energies. I said, is it a younger person? She said, no, it's not a younger person. It was a woman that went looking for the wristbands because I wanted to know what other colors they had. But she was already identified by the owner. And that young lady took her in a room, at the entrance of a room. And she was standing at the entrance. She didn't go in the room. And she said she's looking, and the young lady was looking for the stuff. And She said, oh, look, I have these colors here. See if you like one of these. And she slipped into the room unconsciously. Immediately after she slipped into the room, the young lady come out of the room and hands pulled her behind the doors. She said she blacked out at that point. She don't remember anything at that point. That's when I transmitted what she told me on Facebook at that point of her body being missing. That they drugged her. And check the cameras. You will see hands pulling her. It's on my page. It's on my page before they found the body. All my transmission. It's on my page. I transmitted that it was two persons. It was a father and a son. I transmitted the description that she was showing me. Everything. Tall, with a biggish belly. The son is short, not so tall, not short. I didn't use the word short, not so tall, and a bit slim. Yep. She even described the clothes. I said, Adrianna, what did they had on? She said the short person had on a blue jersey and a black pants. And the tall person had on a yellow shirt or top and a blue jeans. Sit back, meditate, and reminisce. If you saw those persons around the pool area before you recognized that that child was missing. The clothing that I'm describing will come to light. Will come to light. It's buried. The clothing is buried, but it will be discovered. Yep. She was then taken into another room when she became conscious. When she gained back consciousness. No. Correction. She's telling me everything. Even to the part where she was unconscious. She's now spirit-wise available to tell me the entire ordeal of what transpired. They then took her into another door. From the stockroom door, one of the stockroom doors, the door is on the right hand from the reception area. The door is on the right hand. And then in that room has another door. And the other door leads to a stair that is made of metal steel. A steel stair. It is alongside the elevator. When you're going down the stairs, you can see the elements of the infrastructure of the elevator. It is made of steel. And they took her down to a lower flat. They took her into a other room where they usually take their victims and do the entertainment part of it, which is a sexual molestation part of it. And then there's a Hindu ritual altar that they do to maintain wealth, maintain power, and be on top of everyone. Their rituals, their beliefs, their cultural practices, evil, iniquitous practices. The altar area, it will be revealed to the world. The altar area is made out of an expensive tile. That's what she's telling me. It's made out of an expensive tile. And the bottom of it is like a bathtub. So it's, imagine, and then it's an arch. And there's a big God. and there's a monkey in the room. We're going to find out all the evidence. It's intact. The persons that work there are going to speak of the monkey that they feed, that they only see the monkey once in a while. And then the monkey goes into disappearance. And then suddenly the monkey comes back out in the open air. And then he goes back into wherever they keeps him. It's down in that room. Yep. And the big God is right there. And the altar is like a little pool. It's like how you see those water fountains. You'll have like a water fountain, and then you'll have like a little sink area. And it's made out of an expensive tile. I'm feeling a vibration of granite tile. And that's where they light the fire, the camphor, and everything, and they do the rituals. And then they lay the dead body down there in this hole. It's space enough to hold a long body. It's space enough. The sink area, it's enough to take a long body. They were angry because y'all didn't move. They did not get to do what they had fully planned to do with her because y'all did not move. She was then molested. When she got her consciousness of what is going on, she woke up naked skin, naked as she's born. One person, the short person, was pulling her hands in the back of her head. And the tall person was molesting her. He was carrying out oral sexual molestation on her when she regained conscious. She tried to fight, and the person that was holding her hands behind her back, behind her head, squeezed her hands so hard, so tight. She said it was like a monster holding me. I feel the skin of my hands begin to squeeze off. She tried to fight and turn. And as she pulled forward and pulled backward, the white tiles, burnt her kneecaps. Burnt it. It's burnt from tile soil in it. Imagine you have your elbows on a tile and somebody pulling you up and down on that tile. In an instant, it will burn like fire. Because she was trying to turn over from the person that was trying to molest her. She was trying to turn over. And in the turning over constantly and fighting while somebody's restraining her from behind, and her body's pushing down and pushing up, they bruised her kneecaps. That's how my kneecap got bruised, mommy and daddy. It was from the burns on the tile that burnt me. And my hands that got damaged, it was because they were squeezing my hands so tight, mommy, so tight, that I felt like the skin was coming off my wrist. I squeezed him. There's scratches on his neck. Mommy, there's scratches on that short person's neck and on their wrist and on their hand. I scratched. I did all I could. They molested her. They both shared the molestation. They inserted their fingers in her because they wanted to make sure they get the blood to put to the altar. They recognized that they wasn't getting the energies that they wanted to get to penetrate her with their penis. While all of this was happening, the riot outside was distracting them. They hostage her between 12:30 minutes to 1. By the time 1:30, she was blanked out, unconscious. She woke up Minister 3. When she woke up, that's when the molestation started. Then the tall man said to the short man, the shorter person, go in front and see what's going on and come back. Left share with me. I'm going to deal with it. You go. Go and make sure everything under control. They have a sink and a washroom in that room. He cleanses, he wash up himself, fresh up himself, and he went back upstairs. He have a radio set that he and the boss alone uses. The radio set. All of this is going to come to light. All of this. And his cell phone has messages with him messaging downstairs what is going on upstairs. GT&T has all the evidence. GT&T has all the evidence of the text messages. Of him telling him what is going on outside. Because by the time he came back outside, that's when they recognized that these people are totally looking for this child. So the energies of being able to rape her brutally, they didn't get the chance to do that. He then went back down. After that, probably about, what time did he went down back, Adrianna? 4:30. 4:30 went back down. And then they light the altar. And they decided that they're going to start the ritual. They feed the monkey bananas. They talked. They harassed her, beat her up, physically tried to hurt her. And then both of them were confused to what to do. What will they do? Because these people downstairs going to the station. So then the tall person left and left him, her with the short person. The tall person changed, came, and he called the commando. And he went to the station. And he paid the commando $1 million. $1 million was paid up front to make them leave. When that was done, the commander tried his utmost best. That $1 million was paid between 6 and 7:30. 6 p.m. and 7:30 that night to make them leave. About 9:30, between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, 9:30 the latest, when the owner recognized that it's out of control, it's heading out of control, and he can't get to execute what he plans to do and how he plans to do it, he called ex-house. He called ex-house for help, because it's a normal routine that he does it and he gets off all the time. He is related to white minister that takes care of children, the entire nation children. He's related to her. That is why she showed up. Yep. He's related to her. He called ex-house, explained he's in deep shit, because they're good like that. They don't have to say, I think I make a mistake. They know what they do and how they do it and who they do it for, because they're a clique. They're a clique. $10 million were then paid. Ex-house called XYZ commissioner. Z commissioner was called. The journalist knows who I'm speaking about because I called the exact name who was called. And Z commissioner called back the commando and tell the commando, what's can't you get yourself in? Yeah, get it fucking fixed. Get it right. Get it right. Make them fucking people go home. Get it fucking right. That is when ex-commando declared that they got footage of her leaving the premises in a car. He tried his best to do his damage control. That's when the $10 million was paid. $10 million was split up between Z, commissioner, and the house, and ex-house, and team. Yep. When I have transmitted this privately to a few persons, that the amount of $11 million was paid to do this entire cover-up. Z, commissioner, then called everybody that he knows is the dirty dogs, that is ready to take some of this $10 million to get it done. That is when 3 police officers from the dirty group, 3 of them said, we got it covered. And they give the other ordinary man and woman that was in the building a little pinch off for it. And they explained to them, all of them knew, they explained to them, it's a little boyfriend and girlfriend situation, and they get out of hand. They explain, bear in mind, down to the dirty cops that agreed to do certain things. The black ones didn't even know the dimension of what we're getting into. Didn't really have a clue of what we're getting into. Including, you see the word backfire right now? Is the main word for tonight. You see who the ancestors use? Guyanese critics. Guyanese critics. My people, didn't I transmit to Yahoo coming? Didn't I transmit that every system and all the persons on the oppressors in the end, enablers, karma's going to hit them? Our ancestors going to use them as our tool, as our footstool? I have been transmitting I don't know who was taking the data and who was listening. You see the backfire? Guyanese critics on the scene. Right now, Guyanese critics is in a puckle because he is now beginning to comprehend is where really he get himself involved with. Because he got in there for the benefits and the gains. Originally, he got in there because he thought he was standing up for justice and he was standing up for, what the country really needs. Genuinely. But then he got red eye with the goodies. But he didn't know the goodies got some real dirty waters underneath. So now he beginning to comprehend. Wait, you see the backfire? You see the backfire happening there? Huh. So, let me continue. The $11 million was paid to cover this shit up. To cover up this entire evil operation. Ashay, Ariana. Ariana said to me, Sister Rosalind, I was chosen for this journey. I said, what? What do you mean you was chosen for this journey? She said, tell mommy and daddy, don't cry. Don't cry. I don't want nobody cry at my funeral. I want everybody to be smiling at my funeral. Put me down in joy. Ashay. I said, why would you want, why would you say something like this? She said, Sister Rosalind, go research the number 11. And as I begin to research the number 11, I crossed paths with it a number of times. As I begin to research the number 11, and I begin to comprehend the deepness of what is transpiring, I was in utter shock. I was in utter shock that I transmitted that $11 million, $1 million up front first, and then $10 million when it got out of hand. I was like, oh my gosh, this child is 11 years old and it's $11 million. Then it went more deep. It went more deep. Count the years from the last revolution to the Slavery Abolishment Act from 1823 to 1834. Exactly 11 years. And the ancestors brought me to a place where they said, so the night went by with them strategizing what they're going to do. What are they going to do? Then he returned to the hotel. 11 something that night. Through the back entrance. And they light the altar, put in what they had to put in. They had already gained some blood from her. They pour the blood. They give the monkey the blood to drink. That's usual what they usually do. And then they took her head, they hold her by her hair at the back. She said, that's how come my hair is so slack, because they held my head at that point. And whilst they were doing their rituals with the fire flaming, they were putting my head to the fire. I don't know if they were trying to burn my hair or burn my head off, but I tried my best to come away, to fight away from it. And it scorched parts of my face. It's parts of my face. In that resistance, the short person held me down and the tall person choked me until I couldn't. I was dead. Choked me. I fight and I fight and I fight. And they damaged my neck. They choked me until I could not have literally breathe. They choked me to death. And they loosed me at that altar. I fell dead on the outside. And then they both stopped, poured rum on me, drank some of the rum and spit it on me. And then they relaxed for a moment and enjoyed the feeling that they were thirsting for. And then they jerked off. They had an orgasm. And they both placed their orgasm, their sperms on my face. They placed their sperms on my breasts, on my chest. Then they placed me in the altar a little way from the fire. Then they both had a shower. And they changed clothes. Because when he came back, Late that night, he brought change clothes for all of us, for all of them. He brought change clothes for them. Then I was dead. They continued their rituals. And then they start getting phone calls. They start making phone calls. Then about 2 something that night, 1 something minutes to 2, they went and had a highfalutin meeting. And that's when they came up with the concoction of what they're going to do. That's when they had to tell the details of what transpired physically. Which part of her get dig, which part of her get hurt. They showed the scratches. That's how they move. They're a team. They're a blood-sucking team. The black Commissioner X, Commissioner Z, is comfortable with Commissioner Z is comfortable with the rituals because he wants to stay in power. He don't care about his people. He wants to make sure that he's in power. He has no mercy for his people. No heart. He enjoys the murders, the killings. He enjoys it. There was a WhatsApp call, a group WhatsApp call. And they met. And they connected with the dirty cops. They concluded that you will need DNA removal chemicals with my connection. So the dirty cops, CID, said, boy, the little girl DNA there on you. And the little girl DNA, your DNA there in the little girl fingernails. And that's when the chemical came into place. That's when the dirty cop, that same dirty cop, same wet pants dirty cop, that's when the dirty cop decides that the chemicals is a solution. Because the scars from the heat of the fire on her face, and he poured it on her hands. They cleaned her hands and he poured it. So the pathologist, look at her knees and look at her face and her hands, and you'll see that it's chemicals on her 2 hands and chemicals on her face to make it look familiar, to make it look like if, their sperms was on her face. That's why. And when the parents speak the story, they will tell you that there's a little bit of that chemicals around her vagina area as well. Yep. It's on her pants. The chemicals scarred her pants. I'm speaking the black truth. That is gonna kill y'all alive. You're gonna pine yourself away to death. Evil. So they use the chemicals to make sure that none of the sperm's traces and the DNA traces is ever going to be found. Because the killers had to tell the truth, what they did, so that they could get professional help to cover it up. Yep. Her body was then placed in a garbage bag, a black garbage bag, placed into the same trolley to transport. The The trolley was sent down. The trolley was taken downstairs, put the body in, then taken with the elevator and brought up and placed in a room at the side of the building on the ground floor. Made its way to the side of the building. The body was never in that room that y'all think that the body was in the room. The room that they set on fire, that wasn't it. Let me give you the fire scenario now. Adrianna said they were advised by ex-commissioner, by ex-Z commissioner, by Z commissioner, Commissioner Z, that with the raid they going on out there, we need to just burn the fucking building down and done the dance, because at least they can get to see none of the evidence. Burn the building down and put the blame on them. So that was the plan. Dirty cop, wet pants cop, got a lot of balls. So the instructions to just focus and burn the building down and then anybody can get fined in the building burnt. He's very bright. He reasoned Commander, show Commander how we can walk this scene. Commander go by the orders. Commander go in front there, detour everybody, distract everybody. And Dirty Cop went to the side of the room, the side door, the side room on the side next to a stock room on the side where garbage stuff does be, garbage cans and stuff. Collect the body, took it out of the bag, came to the beginning of the pool where you just step down in the shallow. Step down and drop that body right there in the pool. Then step back. Then step right back. While that was happening, we had the black melanated Dirty Cop inside, distracting everybody on the inside. Distracting everybody on the inside so that could have been done. Bearing in mind, female khaki clothes officer saw the body being put into the pool and said nothing. Everybody got a cut of that $10 million. Or the job is going to be lost, and if they keep silent, they're going to be promoted to the next promotion. Yep. He is demanding another $5 million right now. And he's contemplating to migrate. Soon you're gonna hear he's not in the country. Can't find him. He left the country for 2-3 years. Come again. Yep. Because he did beyond what Commissioner Z. He's a bright boy. He's a bright boy. Got good education. He's very intelligent. Very bright. That's why they call him on the scene. Bright bad, like money bad. When he was instructed to just burn the building down, he showed them that he must kill more than that. He's going to make sure he put the body back in the pool. And then he can burn the building down. That person that was on their knees in the room, they were lighting the mattress of fire. That's what they were doing. They were busy trying to inflict a fire from the mattress. There's going to be a number of misleading leads that will make y'all get distracted, but don't get distracted. Adrianna assured us since is either yesterday or the day before, I can't remember. When I transmitted it. All the evidence are intact. All the evidence are intact. And they will find the DNA in her fingernails. And they will find the DNA of the sperms. Because the chemical did what it could do and the thing the water could take. They think that it's going to be washed away, but it will not be. The evidence will be found. And cops are going to speak out. She said, Mommy, Daddy, don't worry. The cops already started speaking out. Yep. My daughter told me, Mommy, I have never seen you do a live that have so much interruption. The cops are already speaking out. There's going to be phone calls coming out. It's going to get leaked. Everything is going to be leaked out. Everything. Every single thing. The United States Embassy and the Russian Embassy, both of them have the interception of the calls that was made. Both of them have it. Both of them have it. Multiple persons have the interception. And the text messages. And the Canadian Embassy. And the British Embassy. Yep. Even ExxonMobil have the interception of the calls. Yep. But I want you guys to see how silent the US ambassador is. How silent the British ambassador is. I want you guys to recognize that. If it was an Indian child, and if it was an Indian massacre taking place, the US ambassador, the Canadian ambassador, and the British ambassador would have already spoken out. I want y'all to recognize that. Okay? But guess what? They're all into the rituals. They just do it on the next level. They're all into the rituals. They just do it to the next level. It's deep. So, the person that was on their knees, the persons that was in that room was concocting how to start the fire fast. But backfire again. Ancestors promise us all the system gonna be backfired to liberate us. Child. They should have waited a little bit more for when the chaos happened and then start the fire. But they didn't realize that they started the fire in the middle of the discovery of the child. So everything get caught when the smoke start coming out. A kitchen staff and a family member that helped internally. A female family member that helped internally. They went to Boo Boo Jar, wherever they do, last month. And this month, they're ready to counteract the month of Ramadan. They're ready to counteract the month of Ramadan. Yep. It's a lot that is happening. And I warned y'all. Cultural heritage said, well, we got to deal with it. We got to deal with it 10 times more. 10 against them. So right now she wants to tell her grandmother that she loves her dearly. And she wants her to know that she's sorry that she asked her grandmother to take her to that pool. Even though she comprehends the journey that she's on. She said, Granny, if I didn't torment you for carrying me, we would not have been there. And I should have asked you to follow me from a wristband. But I didn't. I go on my own. She said, Daddy and Mommy, sleep with my pink teddy bear in the middle. Sleep with my pink teddy bear in the middle. And Daddy, please keep my kite safe. Make sure you fly it back. Make sure you go back and fly it. My kite behind the door. Daddy, go back and fly my kite for me, you know. She wants to tell her brothers that she's sorry for the times that she didn't listen and she always picking on them and fighting with them. She said, Mommy, I'm sorry for the times that you tell me don't be patient with my brothers. And I still didn't used to listen and I fight with them and, play rough with them. I'm sorry. She said to her aunties, her cousins, and her grandmother, she's sorry for always bothering them or using their slippers. She said, Granny, I know when you hear this, you're going to laugh. I'm sorry. For everybody's slippers that they used to always trouble. But I'm in a more powerful place now. And I will be looking over and guiding you guys. And I will be visiting you guys. And I already dream y'all. Stop being afraid of me. When you see a butterfly in the house, know it's me. When you see a butterfly in the house tomorrow, know it's me.
Me love Jamaica, me not sell out. Them try clip we wings, somehow we can't fly out. But when we there, yard, nothing nice like Jamaica. Roast breadfruit and banana. Under the tree with a glass.